Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe, and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Well, we're pretty good off to a pretty solid start. This is our second year. I didn't skip ahead a lot, but our hotel is done, and the museum is done, and the zoo is done. I think the zoo was done already last time. But there's a lot more to do because it's only the second year. So what's that? I don't know if you saw that, but I rode in the ambulance this time to the beginning of the intro, and I think he picked someone up from over here, which is not quite what he's supposed to do, but oh well, it's okay. Rail-wise, I let it run for like half an hour or so. We are in June of 1961, so we're officially in the second year now, but we still don't have a better vehicle. So we have what we have. That's what we're going to deal with. We have a couple people here. Apparently they think they can be out of jobs. I filled these up a little more. Yeah, since we don't have any more people, I think I will just add another one of these and hope that they will help with the unemployment a little bit more, but that should be fine. So this is all nice. We look over here, our construction offices currently have barely anything to do. Factory connection, what's your problem? You're not assigned to something. Okay, get that done. No reason to have that sitting around here. Eventually I need all of these done regardless, and we'll see what we'll do. We do have tourism now. I'm still kind of thinking that we need these construction industries, but the investment is pretty high. 250 tons of steel, 19 tons of steel. It's not worth it yet. I could probably do prefabs. Prefabs are not that expensive, and I already have almost everything else set up. The only thing I don't have is cement. But cement, in the end, is not expensive, especially since I want to plan on doing everything rail-wise by myself. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to assign this to a construction material, or construction labs, let's call it that. And we'll use a couple people to produce some prefabs, and the prefabs can then be picked up instead of from the border, and that should be fine. How is... Oh, I didn't limit the amounts. Well, that's stupid. Should have done that. Should have done that a long time ago. Boards, it's the same thing. There is a lot of initial investment, and it's not really worth it. Let's do this. I would like more prefabs, but we'll figure that out once we get there. Cool. So, these guys are nice and busy. That's what I like to see. Yep, that's excellent. Love it. What we're going to do today? Well, this city needs a little bit of an upgrade. Simply, we need more housing because these are okay right now. Population-wise, we started with, let's do this. We started with 900, and we've been growing pretty well ever since, but we leveled out a little bit, and I'm expecting a death wave pretty soon. We only had 6 escapes so far, which is awesome, and we have a population of 2,500 now. All of that is great, but we have a lot more children than anything else, which also means our classrooms are probably going to be overfilled very, very soon. There's a potential for that. Right now it looks like we're doing okay, and we are also doing okay on the educated people. Last time I looked was 275, so this is growing. That's all we can ask for at some point. Unemployed workers, barely anyone. All that is good. So, 1, we have to set up our tourism, but 2, something more important that we can work on while I set up everything else is start our interstate system. Now, over here, there technically is a small little interstate going on, but it's nothing too serious. And I was looking, just terrain-wise, where is a good place to go next, and what do I want next? I do think food, a great place to go. Also, alcohol is a great place to go if we want to do tourism and just exporting in general. We have a rail line, so we can get grain going however we need to get that going. There are not a lot of places that are good for farms. We do have the new fields now, so it's a little easier, but what I see is out here is maybe our best area for farms on this peninsula piece. Just a reminder. We only have this little piece to work with, and a lot of it is mountain. We will need more than one farm to cater to all of our industries, but I think this... it's a little mountain plateau, but it's not terrible. This could be another city. This could be city number 3. It's relatively close to the border already that we have there. It's relatively close to the railroad connection we have on this side, and all that is perfect. So we could put another city here that could help with the industries for food and alcohol, which are both grain-oriented. So I have to set up some grain silos and some production lines just for that. But also the number of people that are required for both of those industries aren't outlandish. So that is good. There is this little path down here. It's not a path, but valley. And we do want a road connection to get out to our next city. So what I want to do is pretty simple. I do like the two-lane highway system very much. But if I have to, and I do have to, I have to start somewhere. So that's where we go. Was there a green? There was a green. Awesome. I'm planning on just connecting to this city because our construction office right now is over here and everything else is secondary. There could be another industry over here if I really wanted to. I steered right to this because I was hoping I could get a bridge across this. And I can. See? See how easy that is? But I want to do the road first because we have the gravel. And most of the other construction material that... Wow, just lets me do that. We have everything, so the construction office can just work on our road while I plan everything else. So not too much idle time in between. I can probably extend this to be 2-lane highway right away. I think that's fair. Well, it has to start somewhere. And it's going to start in this city. Very simple, very, very easy, very nice, very simple. I like it. Yes, that's a steel bridge. We don't necessarily need that, but I like it. Of course you're going to complain here. Why wouldn't you? Let's just complete this road all the way up to our new city, and then we worry about the building the intersection later. I'm not worried about that right now because it will take... I don't want to say a year, but it will take a while to get this road done up to the point where it is. I think there's an intersection point probably around here, and there is more area on that side, and there's obviously the harbor area that will be somewhere along the coast. I don't know where yet. But that all has to get done, but we do need some industry and we do need some income. Speaking of income, let's assign those. Speaking of income, you should be assigned, right? Dumper concrete, yes. They should all be set up to do roads right away. Speaking of income, we need some alcohol, some food, some meat. Shouldn't be that bad. All we have to do is tell them to get some alcohol. So where is our alcohol storage? There. 17 tons? That's more than enough. Can't go much less than that. So that should be fine. Let's see, can I do this? 1%. 1.84, that's not going to be enough. We'll just do that. Let's stop being cheap. We just tell them, get me some alcohol, please. Thank you. And then we need 2 new vehicles. The first one will be... I think the meat one we can just use as is. You can go unload there. And I'm struggling here. I don't want it to run around empty all the time, but if we have immigrants here, this may be okay. Yeah, we'll just do this. You drop off something there and that should be fine. This guy, right now is just doing clothing and food. I think I can change that to have 10% less food and add a little bit of alcohol. And then add something to your line. After the shopping center, which you will not wait until full anymore, go here and unload. Also, don't wait until full, but at least unload. We'll just stop unloading until that. That should be fine. And I also want you to grab some alcohol from here, and that should take care of all our tourists. Almost, kind of, in a way. The other thing we need is another bus, just a tourist bus. It doesn't have to be humongous, but it has to be able to carry some people. Assign you to there, and then you could assign it here, but I don't think you can pick up tourists from there. So just go here, and so we don't have anyone accidentally escape, we just unassign everything that is not a tourist and let you go. You're pretty close to the border, so I'm assuming this should just be fine. I'm very certain that you're in walking range of the hotel, and everything else is working. We have people working here, people working here. I reduced the staff just to a reasonable amount. And I'm sure that's fine. This truck is going to bother me. It's going to bother me a lot. It is what it is. It is what it is. Maybe I'll find a different solution for this later on. I could also only use one meat truck to deliver out here and to the first site. Let's see. You're almost out. No, we'll just leave it that way. We're going to waste a little bit of fuel with that guy. I think that's okay. But what we also have to do is figure out more housing. And the only place that I can see where housing would be appropriate is actually in this corner, because it's still in range. Probably not going to be in range of heating anymore, is it? Not going to be in range of heating, so the only place I can see some housing is near the railroad line. I think that will be cool. Now, some of you will scream, why don't you just build housing without footpaths? To which I will say, I don't like it. I think it looks silly. I just don't like it, and I won't. No. I like to build my road connections to my housing units. Just the thing I prefer. I do know that there are houses that will not always have road connections connected to it, and that's okay, but that's not how I am going to build. Yeah, it looks a little ugly for the railroad behind you, but that's okay. These are afterthoughts. all these buildings are afterthoughts, and they will just deal with that. Can you get up here? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Get in there. Connect all these guys. And now this city should technically be able to grow to whatever size I need it to. And all these guys will be able to walk to this station without a problem. That station will just funnel them out to wherever they need to go. But a lot of these will just be required for tourism. Let's make a little extra room there. That should be fine. And yeah, we should be able to take care of our money a little easier. Are these assigned? Yes, everything is. What are all those people doing? Did you see how many people were walking this way? That was a little scary, but cool. As long as they're working there, that's what we need. At some point, I may extend into this area of the city a little bit, but we should keep a little bit of the money alive while we can. You're a disco. Is there someone helping you? Nope, it's just you. Disco truck. Did anything else happen here? I think I completed the kindergarten at some point. Because we had a baby boom, we had a lot of vehicles just sitting around not doing anything. But this looks good. This one is almost done. That's why I love to see. What I love to see, not why I love to see. And I don't think there's any good reason not to get this one done, because it will help us a lot store the prefab panels, which is produced really, really fast. And I think I can just use the bus line that I have going out here, this one in particular, because we don't need that many people anymore because our gravel is always full. I could start using any of these trucks to export gravel, but I should just do that. Why? Why not? Yes, there are 3 here, so you can get away from this line, and the way we're going to do that is pretend like you're going here. Drop off all your cargo, and then you will just be solely responsible for exporting gravel. From there, to there, load, no, not unload, load, wait until loaded, and unload, wait until unloaded, pretty automatic, and go. Do that. It's going to be a little slow, but I think it will be fine. The devs did add some logic for better passing mechanics, so let's try them out. I really wish we would have a better vehicle yet, but not at this point, so there's no reason to wait any longer. Let's just give them all 4, because once this clover leaf is done, we can start doing everything else. And there are only a couple pieces that we can't reach. I think these two and this outside one here. And I'm actually contemplating just making another connection probably from here over to the other side. Is the game going to crash if I try that again? What are you... Interesting. Turn off F4. Yeah, so I can do this. All I have to do is connect them to the other side, and then there would be a crossing eventually over here that we can use. And all of that is grand. Now, let's plan. Let's plan ahead a little bit. So I want the city on the relatively flat area right here. That's good. I want a railroad connection to the food and alcohol industry that I will build. And it is possible I put it in here. Over here, there's too much flat ground. I really want to put the farm area there. I don't want to put the industry too close to my city, and I don't have to put it that close to the farm, honestly. The industry could be over here. Huh. It's just on top of a mountain. Getting up there will be a real pain. Thinking about this, this is an even bigger mountain. This over here actually is a really nice area for anything. Even if I put the city up here, it wouldn't be a super far connection to get out this way. And this one is nice and close. Yeah, it's just so close to the border that it's probably going to block me from doing something else at some point. I don't like that. Over here is also an option for putting in some industry and maybe another city. I don't love that idea. Out here... I should just start. This darn overlay tool is giving me too many options to do everything and see everything that I ever wanted to see that I now can't decide what I want to do. Which tells me I should just go check on my prefab panels because they're probably done. They are. And then say, hey, you route, view line details, you go, that's the city bus stop, that's the bus stop by the construction, that's gravel, which is important. After gravel, I want you to go here, and unload. Don't make this complicated. Actually, you can do both if you really want to. And we'll just update it that way, and now that's your new route. Cool. What do you need? You need cement. We have a cement truck. We did have a cement truck. Cement truck is sitting... Not sitting there. Huh, where'd you go? Cement truck. There he is. Cement truck is just really small, so it may not be worth it, but I don't want to set up 2 when I can just set up 1. No, I do want to set up 2 because otherwise I'm probably going to have empty trips again, and that is never worth it. I'm still bothered by the meat truck that brings the meat out to the fancy people. Tourists. That's what I call it. Tourists. So let's see. Snowing tower crane, fire truck. No, dry bulk. Yes. 1 will be more than enough, I hope. I want you to load cement, and then I want you to unload cement. Wait until unloaded. Get out of here. Cool. Relatively cheap, but it looks like we just got a bunch of steel. Oh, we imported a bunch of steel. But prefab panels are here, and that is excellent. But please stop buying prefab panels from there. Instead, grab them from... Yeah, sure. Start grabbing it from there. I'm okay with that. Where's our thing? Don't unload. Load. Prefabs. Until 0% storage. I think that's fine. Yep. That's good. That's excellent. These trucks I say, dumpers are still doing what they're supposed to do. Still have a lot of that. I think I had 1 more of these setups that has 3 trucks running. So let's see. Yep. I would like... I just want the same setup as I just did with the first truck. So have you go out here. Good. Don't click you away. Where are you? Which truck are you? This truck? Nope. Great. Well, that's the truck that I wanted to care about. It's this one. Easy enough. So, you get off the line and find the other truck that's over here. It's not going to happen. Let's just make it easy. Load. You can only load gravel. Wait until loaded for sure. And go export it here. Unload. Thank you. Undo that, and eventually we'll just start doing that. There's our truck. You have loaded 178 ruble. Wait, why do you have quarried stone? Why are you coming out here? I don't like seeing that. What are you? Why is that quarried stone on you? I don't want you to load quarried stone. I want you to load something real. Truck aggregate loading. Load. Did I do it wrong earlier? And unload this one. Yes. What's this line? Yeah, it is this line. Yeah, I did something wrong. Don't do that. Here you load gravel. Only gravel. Here you unload at the customs house. Maybe you will figure it out. Now, I'm assuming you still have quarried stone loaded. Just get rid of that, and hopefully that will fix everything that was going on. 45,000. Oh, one thing that I had to do while you weren't here, I did take out the $500,000 loan instead of the 100,000 because I was out of money. Happens. Road. You are doing things. Okay, let's figure out where I place these factories, and I kind of want to use this valley. So why don't we just use this valley? Honestly, I don't feel like there's any reason to use non-vanilla units because these are pretty appropriate, especially now that we have the underground versions or underground passes. I do think, I didn't want to place it there. I do think we have construction office coverage. That's the word I was looking for. And that should be nice. Let's point these. I really think 2 will be enough. Let's point these into that area. How do I want to do this? Because there's the option of just using a warehouse for both. No, I don't need everything. A warehouse for both would mean these can both feed into this warehouse. That's not a bad thing. Not at all. Produce the food here. I do not want to drop off crops on this side, though. I think that would be bad. What we want to do is drop off crops in a silo so that actually... I don't want that big one. I just want this. Drop off crops in a silo. Ooh, I think we can actually do this. I don't think we can do it where I am because there is this mountain right to my left. Everything just has to shift a little bit and then we can do it. Yeah. This is just industrial area. It's not... It doesn't have to produce everything in the world, but it has to give us a good start to produce. Should I go this way or the other way? This way is fine. Yep. You hop in there. You hop in here. I'll show you exactly what I have planned. A quick time lapse. Yeah, I think this is a good start. Now I have a cargo line on this side already, which is where we would drop off all the grain into the 2 grain silos. They're not the biggest ones, but I'm okay with using vanilla here. I don't think we have to use the humongous grain silos. Then I'm abusing the new bridges. Just make it work there. That's fine. I gotta watch out for the money here. And then we will spew out the food over here. Now, I could try to fit in a railroad here where I think I could. I definitely think I could. But I don't like only having one train able to wait at the station at a time. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to put that connection in because I would like to keep everything relatively self-contained, which means connecting this one here. There will be helicopter fire coverage on this area, so I'm not super worried about all this, and there will have to be more than one helicopter. And there's some water over here. Maybe that's good enough. I'm not worried about that yet. But this is the first part. Let's turn off this overlay. This is the first part. I'm not convinced that this road is going to stay where it is, just because maybe it's fine. F4, please. Thank you. That can stay there. This one has to go out some other way. And, well, I don't see a good reason why I have to connect this to everything. 1. 2, having some bypasses are actually not a bad thing. So let's do this. I usually do this in a form of a rail yard, but I don't think there's any need for that this time. I do know that I said earlier I want to do some alcohol too. I may just connect alcohol on the other side here. Ooh, I like that. Maybe I can do that, but that feels like a lot of terraforming, so maybe I'll do that. A little quicker version than just doing it manually. I really don't need to have 2 bypass lanes. Yeah, if I think about this, this is overkill. Way overkill. What I need is 2 rails that connect into this, which should be relatively easy. Connect you, and you can connect off this one. Sure, we'll say that counts. And then this one, the end of a rail never has to be connected like this. The end of a rail can always be short. The start of a rail, or the start of a rail yard, always has to be a little longer. And this all looks good. I think I will make my life easier if I cut this a little shorter. I'm not sure that I need this longer, but now I see that this road is going to be blocked often. And I can't have that because I have the bus station over there. So I have to do something with this road. Probably will pull it out here and either do a tunnel or a building. Yeah. Either I'll make it a tunnel or I'll make it a bridge. Yeah, that wasn't hard to say at all. Just don't make it complicated. This one will be our bypass lane. Yeah, this is good. Bypasses is all you need. Just use your chain signals wisely and this should work, which means this can only be 1 block in there. And then on this side, let's do the exit route again. Oh, I like that. I like that. If you snake in there right away, that's good. And then the last one, snake in here, save some space. This might be a little sharp turn. I know some of you asked me a while ago to make the turns a little more realistic for rail or the radiuses, but honestly, I'm okay with just using what the game gives me. I am. Okay, let's get these guys out here. I may run some road next to this at some point, but get this rail done. I will connect this to the main line right here. Let's see how that looks. I was kidding. I will not connect it to the rail line here because I would like a full butterfly junction here because it's really close to our western border already. The western rail border, the only one that we have. But I don't have any excavators in this area. So I need to build a construction office somewhere in this area to be able to do what I need to do. But that's okay. How is all the construction going? You are making no prefab panels because you don't have power. That is bad. Where is my guy? It's right in front of you. I just haven't built it yet. That hurts. I could have already gotten done with all of this, and most of the buildings that are over here will require... Ew. How are we doing? Lost 300. Not to escapes. Yeah, this is the death wave. I'm pretty sure, unless... No, we have heat. We have average lifespan is not great. Our health is actually pretty low. Can we do something there? We don't have people that seem sick. Nobody seems to really complain. Let's check what our overlays are saying. Just happiness, please. Ooh, that's... Hold on. What's happening? How? Where? What? There's food here. There's no shortage in food. Why is there no food in this store? Yeah, you can drop it off here. That's not really a problem. You are meat. Do we have... These are all happy. These have food. Why is there food shortage? I don't understand. Where is my food truck? Where is the food truck? Yes, we have it paused because this is not good. This is a normal one. You bring 5.2. I really don't care what you do here anymore. Just do whatever you want, and the hotel should be secondary. That's fine. You're only loading food and clothes. I'm confused. I'm very confused. You don't have any alcohol here. I'm okay with that. You don't have to. Advanced loading. What do I say here? 5.2. Huh. Okay, maybe my percentages are wrong. That's okay. Where are you? Should have just clicked on him. Oh. Okay. I had this happen on the last save. For some reason, this 100% wait until full does not work somewhere with this. Doesn't want to connect to... Oh, we don't have alcohol in here right now, so that's my problem. Okay, go. Get out of there. Have you bought any alcohol yet? I told you to buy alcohol. You're not the one that refills it. Who refills you? Something is wrong. Something is very wrong. There's food, there's crops, there's all that other stuff. Oh, ooh. I got it. My problem is that I unload it here via selecting what I want to unload. I didn't unload there via selecting what I buy. Makes a big difference. Obviously my bad. We have food there now, and people should be getting happier pretty fast. But yeah, that's bad. That's just bad. These guys are relatively happy and making us a little money. This number is probably gonna hit 0 pretty soon. Yeah, we're pretty much there. So we can't afford that. Take out another loan. Yep, as long as possible. Let's just do... I think we have to start with 1 million. I would like to stay with 1 loan for the time being. Let's borrow that money. Pay this one back. Barely touched that one, but it's okay. 445971. Earn that money. Thank you. Okay, so we have a little bit of wiggle room again, and that's wonderful. This rail is going to happen. The road looks like it's getting close. Why is this so different? that's wrong. Don't do that. Yeah. I will... Do I want to? Should I? I'm considering still putting alcohol here, and I could still put alcohol in this area just with a warehouse that can split. That would... I like that. That's the last thing we're gonna do today. Yeah, right. I'm trying to be like a little more... I don't even know the word. Conservative with what I built, how much I built, and when I build it. Maybe that's the right way to describe it. Probably it's not, though. So I put you here. I get the free connection. Great. I would like this guy to connect straight into there. This... I don't like it. Get rid of this road. This road is not going to stay here. I know that for sure. So try this again. Connect straight there. Very good. That's nice and yellow. And you can connect here. This is not supposed to be a stop. This is just to go through. It's just a drive-through. Drive-by. Whatever you want to call that. Cool. Food and clothes and all that stuff. Distillery. They make us good money. I think... if I can slot 2 of them in here, I will be a very happy person. Hi, Mountain. Good thing we have that many units here to do the thing that I need to do. And always, always use excavators to terraform the area. Otherwise, you will just run into issues. And if you have the issue that I'm having right now, try to use a large aggregate storage. One of the easier ones that I find to terraform like steep cliffs like we have here. Because once we have these in, we are good, we are golden, and I think we are even in walking range of the bus station that comes down there a little south of us. Especially if I add a quick footpath or something similar over here. And so that should all work. Let's see. Distillery, yes. And no, this distillery is mainly going to be for our tourists. It's not going to be for consumption in the, in the house. I don't like where that goes. I want them next to each other. So let's build the first one far out of whack as I can. The second one there. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Of course. I know you want to. That was yellow. I saw it. This is not going to go over well. Yeah. So when you do this, everything comes up, and that's not helping. So that was bad. But I know that I can fit them here, which is the main thing that I care about. Let's get the open storage medium. It's a little narrower. We should be able to get that in here. Let's make it a little wider than before. And then we should be able to get our road in there. And I just see that we also want a road connection that goes straight through to connect to the warehouse because of reasons. Maybe we want to pick up alcohol there or whatever. And that will be fine. But we just have to get it set up right. Now, another thing on the railroads, I haven't placed any gas stations yet. And there's a reason. I haven't fully determined how I want to set up my gas station routes because I would like to keep my network one way besides on the junctions. And once I start putting gas stations, you may have a train that wants to go to the closest gas station, not necessarily the gas station on the way. And if you don't have a way for them to get back to the other side of the line, they will just get stuck and not go anywhere. And that means nothing's going to work. So I need to avoid that by either planning planned crossings for backing out of gas stations or finding a different way to do that entirely. And I haven't fully decided how I want to do that yet. But what I have decided that there should be enough space now. Let's try exactly the same thing again. Turn this off so I can see stuff. One there. They even aligned relatively. Turn this back on. Let's have, doesn't have to be a gravel road, but it is a gravel road right now. Like it doesn't really fit there, but that's okay. Yep, that's fine. Get you in there, get you in here. You can connect right here, it shouldn't be an issue. And then I think it's just another bridge. Here somewhere. Honestly, this is maybe fine. Let's wang you out a little bit that way. And then let's get our curvy bridge at least 2 up. I mean, that's what we have curvy bridges for. This is exactly why. Now we can do this. No problems. And these will be in range if I add another good connection for pedestrians. We have a choice between steel again and prefabs. We're producing prefabs now, so that's not really a choice. It's just a matter of doing it. Interesting. Interesting path that it offered me there. We can connect here, so I think put one there, put one here. I do know that I can connect them there. I'm not going to do that now because it's going to cut everything too short. And then the other side will connect somewhere over here. And same reason, I'm not going to do that because it will cut everything too short. Great. We have our setup. Next, I will have to figure out where to put the construction office that's responsible for all of this, which will need to be a new one. And we will probably get most of our resources from here and people for a little while. Yeah. And then we also have to plan the city that will be here. We need another heating plant, you know, the usual. the usual that you need to make things work. Is everyone happy now? I hope I didn't lose any people to that. 90, yeah, we're back in the 90s. How many people did we lose? Another 7. Okay, that's all right. This leveled out. That's great. Perfect. I think that's it for today. Yep, we have more progress and everything is great. We are in October 61. I don't think I have any reasons to play it ahead much because this area needs a construction zone first and city planning, and there are a couple other things that need to happen. Plus, maybe I'll let this road complete, maybe not. No, we're gonna need some planning. That's the next episode for construction, for city, for transport. We need a construction office for this thing. There's a lot of things to do. We don't have to play forward at all. So I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.